Welcome back to the Daily Nugget, Daily Property Insights, one topic, 20 minutes or less. Myself, Lawrence Lotze, and today joined by Raj Maharjan, a town planner. And Raj, in over the last couple of weeks in August, the Auckland Unity Plan Release 78 has been released and defines the changes and the density changes that we've all been talking about for the last couple of months. And I wanted to know from you at the moment is what is sort of the high level view of what is in Plan Change 78, what has been confirmed or not confirmed, so that we just get an overview snapshot of what has come out from that documentation.
Thank you, Lawrence, for having me in your show. It's good to be back. Now, as you mentioned, Plan Change 78, that is a change to the Auckland Unity Plan. It's called a plan change because it is an addition to what is in the current Unity Plan. The main change there is intensification or rezoning. So the land currently that we have, mainly the single house zone and mixed housing suburban, has been replaced by mixed housing urban. Until August 18, the largest proportion of land used to be mixed housing suburban. Now that has almost disappeared, and now the mixed housing urban is the largest proportion of residential land in Auckland. And in terms of high intensity zoning, we now have two zonings, terrace housing and apartment building, within the walkable catchment of train stations, town centers, and your major transport hubs. And as I said, in almost other suburbs, we have mixed housing urban areas.
And then obviously with these changes, it's fundamentally a density change. So anyone that's listening at the moment is it's one property on a section to terrace housing that can go 3 by 3. You know, that term that we use, that 3 by 3. So it's a fundamental density change, and it's been put in there. This is what it is. But one thing that has come from the updates is the clarity on special character areas, the special character areas, and another point being on some areas that haven't been fundamentally been accepted into the high density because of other matters that the council have realized.
True, that's true, Lawrence. What has happened is that densities higher density we just talked, that is not yet available in all areas. Some areas have been identified as having or not having, if you like, enough wastewater and stormwater capacity. So council has proposed, hey, we don't have enough capacity of this water infrastructure here. Hence, we can't allow this higher density development yet. Similarly, in your light rail corridor, in the majority of your along the spine of Dominion Road, you will see a big white blank area in the map. That means the higher density doesn't apply there yet. Similarly, as you mentioned, the special character area, and there are other regions as well in various places. Say, for example, your volcanic view shaft or other regions, they do not yet allow you to implement the medium density residential standards or these higher intensity zonings.
It's great for that. Thanks for that, Raj. Is there anything else that's come out of it? Is there anything around subdivisions? Is there anything else that's come out from this release plan that people need to know about?
Yes, about subdivision, there was a little bit of uncertainty. So what has happened is, if you are building up to 3, 1, 2, or 3, 2 or 3, and you are subdividing, that subdivision is going to be relatively straightforward in the sense that the resource consent needed there is going to be a control activity, which means the matters that you need to see will be limited. And you will not need a comprehensive assessment, as if, say, you are subdividing into 10 or more sections. And the other matter to note here is that qualifying matters, especially the infrastructure ones. If you remember, we discussed in our previous episodes, some of the areas were identified as under investigation.
Yep.
Now, in this change, all that under investigation, of course, has fallen off, and either your property is now clear of qualifying matters and you already have the new zoning, or you will see a dark color hatch, a blue color hatch, which is telling you that your area or your section doesn't have the water infrastructure yet. Hence, a qualifying matter applies, and you will not be allowed the medium density residential standards yet.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Raj. Anything else you want to leave our listeners or audience with today that you can think about it? I think we covered most of the confirmations that came out from release plan and release 78 at the moment.
Lawrence, I would encourage anyone who is concerned or property owners to make a submissions, and we will come back to this matter in a little bit more detail, how and when and where in your next episode.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Raj. And to anyone else that's listening or watching, if you have any questions or you want to find out some details about myself or Raj, it'll be in the description in the platform that you are using. But as always, thanks for coming over to the Daily Nugget, Daily Property Insights, one topic, 20 minutes or less. And as always, hope to see you tomorrow.